Good afternoon. This is All India Radio and I am Abhishek Mukhopadhyay with the Midday News. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says NDA government working hard to improve the lives of farmers, inaugurates Bansagar Canal project and lays foundation stone of Mirzapur Medical College. In Chhattisgarh, 2 security personnel killed and 1 injured in a Maoist attack in Kanker district. European Union and ASEAN agree on resuming process to establish a free trade agreement. In sports, 13 Indian boxers enter finals of the Golden Globe of the Vojvodina Youth Tournament in Serbia. And in FIFA World Cup summit clash between France and Croatia to take place in Moscow this evening. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that the NDA government is working hard to improve the lives of farmers. Mr. Modi said sharp increase in minimum support price of kharif crops and easy availability of fertilizers are some of the steps his government has taken to improve the condition of farmers. Prime Minister said the day is not very far when farmers' income will get doubled compared to the present income. He was addressing a rally at Mirzapur today after inaugurating the Bansagar Canal project and 100 Jan Aushadhi Kendras in Uttar Pradesh.
एमएसपी घोषणाएं होती थी, खरीदारी नहीं होती थी। समर्थन मूल्य के अखबार में इश्तेहार दिए जाते थे, फोटो छपवाए जाते थे, वाहवाही लूटी जाती थी, लेकिन किसान के घर में कुछ जाता नहीं था, क्योंकि वो राजनीति में इतने डूबे हुए थे कि उनको इस देश के गांव गरीब किसान की परवाह नहीं थी। मैं आज सर झुका करके कह रहा हूं, मेरे भाइयों बहनों, हमने एमएसपी 1.5 गुना करने का वादा किया था, आज उसको हमने धरती पर उतार दिया।
The Prime Minister also laid the foundation stone of Mirzapur Medical College. He said because of the untiring efforts of the NDA government at the centre and Yogi Adityanath government in Uttar Pradesh that Bansagar project was completed. Mr. Modi said this project will provide a big boost to irrigation in the region.
बाणसागर परियोजना को प्रधानमंत्री कृषि सिंचाई योजना के तहत जोड़ा गया और इसे पूरा करने के लिए सारी ऊर्जा लगा दी गई। योगी जी और उनकी टीम ने जिस गति से इस कार्य को आगे बढ़ाया, उसका परिणाम है कि आज बाणसागर का ये अमृत आपके सभी के जीवन में खुशहाली लाने के लिए तैयार हो पाया है।
Prime Minister accused the previous governments headed by opposition parties of neglecting the people and not completing development projects on time. He said those shedding crocodile tears for farmers today should be asked as to why they did not complete irrigation projects which were left incomplete throughout the nation during their tenure.
किसानों के नाम पर पहले की सरकारें किस तरह आधी अधूरी योजनाएं बनाती रही, उन्हें लटकाती रही, इसके भुक्तभोगी आप सब लोग हैं, आप सब उसके साक्षी हैं। साथियों, लगभग 3,500 करोड़ की बाणसागर परियोजना से सिर्फ मिर्जापुर ही नहीं बल्कि इलाहाबाद समेत इस पूरे क्षेत्र की 1.5 लाख हेक्टेयर जमीन को सिंचाई की सुविधा मिलने जा रही है।
Our correspondent has filed this report.
Mr. Modi not only underlined the schemes and projects initiated by the NDA government, but sharply criticized the previous governments for ignoring the projects for their completion within stipulated time period and increasing budget. He accused the opposition to only promoting their families and corruption. He said poor and farmers were never in the agenda of previous governments, both at center and state. He reiterated commitment of his government for progress of farmers and appealed the poor to get benefited from micro irrigation program and other schemes meant for extending social security to them. Sunil Shukla, AIR News, Mirzapur.
In Chhattisgarh, 2 security personnel were killed and 1 injured in a Maoist attack in Kanker district today morning. Kanker SP KL Dhruv said Maoists ambushed a BSF team in Mahala forest in Pratappur area. The BSF team is on a search operation in the area. Martyred Jawans belong to 114th Battalion of the BSF. The injured Jawan has been airlifted to the state capital Raipur for treatment. Niti Aayog is working on a proposal to replace LPG subsidy with cooking subsidy in order to extend the benefits to people using piped natural gas and biofuels for cooking purposes. Niti Aayog Vice Chairman Rajiv Kumar said the subsidy should be applicable for all fuels that are used for cooking. At present, the government extends subsidy to users of liquefied petroleum gas LPG. Mr. Kumar told PTI that the changes pertaining to cooking subsidy are likely to be incorporated in the draft National Energy Policy 2030. India will head the Asia-Pacific region of World Customs Organization WCO for 2 years as its vice chair. According to a Finance Ministry release, the position will enable India to take on a leadership role of Asia-Pacific region of the organization. Our correspondent reports that WCO has divided its membership into 6 regions represented by a regionally elected vice chairperson to the WCO Council. Currently, WCO represents 182 customs administrations across the globe that collectively process approximately 98% of world trade. Ministry of Corporate Affairs has constituted a 10-member committee to review the Companies Act 2013. According to an official release, certain offences of the Act may require to be decriminalized. The release said it will also allow trial courts to pay more attention on offences of serious nature. The committee headed by the Corporate Affairs Secretary is also expected to take necessary steps in formulation of draft changes in the law. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates around the clock, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. European Union, EU and ASEAN have agreed on resuming process to establish a free trade agreement FTA. This was informed by Singapore Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong, who was speaking to the media after attending France's National Day Parade in Paris yesterday. Singapore takes over as ASEAN coordinator for ASEAN-EU relations after August. During the interaction, Mr. Lee said that Singapore hopes to establish a framework to identify areas with potential to work out deals between the two groupings. Syrian government forces today seized a village in Quneitra province. Syrian Observatory for Human Rights said it is the first advance against insurgents in the region adjoining the Israeli-occupied Golan Heights since launching a major offensive in the southwest. The village of Mashara, about 11 kilometers from the Golan frontier, was captured after heavy shelling. North Korean and US military officials met at the inter-Korea border today to discuss repatriation of the remains of the American troops killed during the Korean War. South Korea's Yonhap news agency said the latest talks began at the border truce village of Panmunjom today. Back home, the Centre has asked the states and union territories to instruct educational institutions to extend the date of depositing the fees for scheduled caste SC students eligible under its post-matric scholarship scheme till the amount is transferred to the bank accounts. The directive by the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment comes in the wake of complaints of denial of admission by institutions due to delay in fee payments for SC students. The revised norms of the scheme provides financial assistance to SC students studying at post-matriculation or post-secondary stage to enable them to complete their education. These scholarships are available for studies in India only. Minister of State for Youth Affairs and Sports Rajavardhan Rathore called upon the sportspersons to work hard to give their best performance. He said Prime Minister Narendra Modi has given a respectful identity to coaches by calling them as Guruji. Colonel Rathore was addressing fitness enthusiasts at the Trans Stadia in Ahmedabad today. He said central government is going to make physical capability mapping program in coordination with states for children soon. In Maharashtra, the face of Nagpur city is changing after the implementation of the Accelerated Road Development Program. The project aims to develop and improve roads in the country for better connectivity. Here's a ground report from a Nagpur correspondent.
It is said that the status of a city can be identified by the standard of the roads in the city. To match the standard of second capital of a progressive state, it is important that existing roads in Nagpur city be broadened to meet the need of rising vehicular traffic. After the implementation of the project, major roads in the city were widened and constructed as per the sanctioned plan. Roads were provided with storm water drains, footpaths, central dividers, street lighting and street furniture. Regional officer at the Maharashtra State Road Development Corporation Corporation, M. Chandrasekhar said most of the 2-lane roads are being converted into 4 lanes, and recently the road from Butibori to Tuljapur has been declared as a national highway. A resident of Nagpur, Vikas Gajbhiye, said driving has become much smoother on new cement roads.
The newly constructed cement roads are much better than the earlier tar roads. I feel safe to drive my bike on these roads. Now these roads are pothole free and this has resulted in lesser accidents.
Another resident of the city, Abhishek Kumar, said the new roads have transformed the infrastructure.
I could experience the difference in earlier tar roads and new cement roads. They allow commuters a pothole-less journey. They have transformed the infrastructure in a better way.
Roads bring economic and social benefits, and a well-developed road network is the mainstay of a prosperous city. With Deepali Durge's report from Nagpur, Zaira Mujtaba for AIR News.
In Odisha, the pulling of the Nandi Ghosh chariot of Lord Jagannath was called off yesterday as the evening set in, resumed its journey this morning and finally reached at the Gundicha temple. More from a correspondent.
After spending last night on the chariots with devotees having darshan of the Lord at Puri Grand Road, the Trinity will be taken inside Gundicha temple in a ceremonial pahandi after completion of several rituals in some time from now. The deities will stay at Gundicha temple before making the return journey or Bahuda Jatra on 23rd July. Devotees from all walks of life have been making a beeline to the town since Friday for the world-famous annual festival of chariots to catch a glimpse of the presiding deities of the 12th century scene of Sri Jagannath. Apart from India, this festival attracts a large number of international tourists in Puri. SN Patnaik, AIR News.
As many as 13 Indian boxers, including 6 women, have entered the final of the Golden Globe of Vojvodina Youth Tournament at Subotica in Serbia last night. The women who made the final included reigning youth world champion Jyoti Gulia, who outpunched Russian Lyubov Makiva 5-0 in a semi-final bout. Boxer Nitu took less than 2 rounds to force Russian Snenya Bestesnova out of the competition. Neha Yadav in the 81 kg category got a direct entry into the final due to the small size of the draw of a weight category. Boxers Divya Pawar, Manisha, Lalita to enter the finals. Among men, Akash Kumar in the 56 kg category, Ankit 60 kg, Akash 64 kg, Vijaydeep 69 kg and Nitin Kumar 75 kg entered the final. S. Barun Singh and Aman had made their way to the finals by clinching their bouts. And now news from the FIFA World Cup.
The wait is almost over, as after 4 years, the beautiful game will have its new world champions today. In a final which very few would have predicted, France will lock horns with Croatia at the Luzhniki Stadium in Moscow at 8:30 this evening. While Croatia will be aiming to win their first major international trophy, France will attempt to secure their second World Cup. The French had won the title for the first time 20 years ago on their home soil. Both teams had met each other in the semi-final stage of that World Cup, with France winning that game 2-1. France enters today's match hoping to achieve what they could not in Euro 2016. Despite being strong favourites, they had lost to Portugal in the final. On the other hand, Croatia, who are 20th in world rankings, are the lowest ranked team to reach a World Cup final. Although there have been some brilliant individual performances in the tournament, today's match, the third All-European final in last 4 World Cups, could also determine who takes home the golden ball. French teenager Kylian Mbappe and Croatia's captain Luka Modric are leading the race and would be eager to become the first golden ball winner and a world champion at the same time in 24 years. Mbappe is also 3 goals behind current Golden Boot leader Harry Kane. Will the Croats give their nation of 40 million their first taste of football glory, or will France finally succeed in stamping authority at the top level? Only time will tell. Sabi Hassan Khan, AIR News.
The men's singles final will be played between 3-time winner Novak Djokovic and Kevin Anderson today. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says NDA government working hard to improve the lives of farmers, inaugurates Bansagar Canal project and lays foundation stone of Mirzapur Medical College. In Chhattisgarh, 2 security personnel killed and 1 injured in a Maoist attack in Kanker district. European Union and ASEAN agree on resuming process to establish a free trade agreement. In sports, 13 Indian boxers enter finals of the Golden Globe of the Vojvodina Youth Tournament in Serbia. And in the FIFA World Cup Summit clash, between France and Croatia to take place in Moscow this evening. And for details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsunyaya.nic.in. And with that, we end the Midday News.